Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at ChicnScratch, and today is Tuesday, September 30th, and this is week 9 of the 12 weeks of Halloween. Okay, if you're watching this live, let me know if you can hear me. My screen is doing some crazy things tonight. Okay, I see one thumbs up. Does that mean that, I think that means you can, hi Kathy. Okay, so we got one comment. Here's the project that we're making. There y'all are. So 2 Kathys, Lorna, Rosa, Gretchen, Jill. Good evening. How are y'all doing? Look how cute this is. Perfect. Okay, let me post the link for the live chick candy. If you are on Facebook, I already gave that link. So this is for my YouTube peeps. Okay, let me mute this. I'm going to go pin that link to the very top real quick. Okay, pin message. There we go. I am okay. I will tell you that I did not do a single thing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All I did was sit in the recliner. In fact, David said I was going to become stuck to it. Yeah, he said, well, he didn't say it that nicely. Can I just say? Yeah, he was like, you might better stop doing that. I'm like, well, I needed it, right? Yeah, I don't feel too terrible today because I didn't really. I spent 2 hours shipping yesterday, and that's all I worked. And like I said, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I was in the recliner. David bought me a new recliner. So actually, I didn't have a recliner. I just had a chair. So yeah, I feel okay. I am worried though because I worked all day today. So we'll see tomorrow what tomorrow brings. Okay, so I think we've got enough people in here to go ahead and get started. Oh, Tina says she's treating herself on her birthday. Happy birthday, Tina. So today is September 30th. Your end of the month baby. Happy birthday. Any new timers, any new people here tonight? I think we had one last week. Okay, so let me show you this box. I think I've told you everything, right? Yeah, I think so. I think we can get started. Hey, Stephanie, how are you doing? We haven't chatted since your last procedure. I have been thinking about you. Okay. This cute little box is what I'm calling a mini boo box. So I don't know if you live in a neighborhood that you drop off boo boxes. Back when my kids were younger, we used to do the boo boxes, you know, knock on the door. Did we knock the door? We rang the doorbell and then left the boo box. Those were big boxes, though. They had lots of candy. This is a teeny tiny boo box, and it don't even have candy in it. So, mini binder clip. And inside here, you can add candy. But instead, I have this little Halloween wind-up toy. And there's a whole bunch of them. I got them on Amazon. I already have the link posted for you guys. So if you want to give something other than candy, now if you don't want to buy the little wind-up toys, I think that they're so fun, right? I can't wait to show Olivia. The little, what are these Doomaflachies? like they're like Slinkies, but they're Halloween Slinkies. Oh wait, there was a Reese, little mini Reese's in there. Those will fit in there also. And then these little, they call them, you know, wrist, but I put them around wrapping paper and what have you. But yeah, these little thingies, I don't know what they're called. So yeah, wind up toy, super cute. Yeah. Okay. So, my screen keeps moving and I can't see the comments. It's like it acting possessed. Hi, Iona. How are you doing? Okay, so y'all like the wind-ups. Good. That makes me happy. Debbie says she has a wind-up Dracula. Slap bracelets. Yes, that's what this is called. Slap bracelets. And speaking of bracelets, I decided to wear my friendship bracelets tonight for the Chiefs because I never get to wear them on a live because, well, they're never going to play a game on a Tuesday, right? So I'm like, well, I'm going to wear them tonight because I only wear them on Fridays because it's Red Friday, and then on Sundays when the games are playing. So, anywho, okay. Here's the supplies. I did go ahead and do all the die cutting. This is it is a very simple project, I think. Yeah. And this is a box that we have made before. So, yeah, we have made it before. It is box template 135. Yeah. Okay. I needed something really super simple. I needed something really super simple because for whatever reason, using like raising my arms and what have you, using my keyboard, cutting paper, all of it just really aggravates my, what am I saying? My neck and my shoulders. Yeah. Okay, so this piece measures, I've got my box template here. So Kathy D says that she's new. So you guys show Kathy some love. Welcome, Kathy D. We're so happy to have you. So on this measures 9 1/4 by 7. And on the 9 1/4 side, we're going to score it at 1 inch. 1 and 2, 3 3/4, 5 1/2, 7 1/4, and 8 1/4. On the 7-inch side, you're going to score it at 1 3/4 on both sides. So just flip it over and 1 3/4. Okay, so I have a question for y'all. I've seen several people. Hi, Margaret. I sent you an email today. I've seen several people here that's been following me a long time, so I have a little question for y'all. Who knows when I started the 12 weeks of Halloween? And I'm going to tell you, it was a long time ago. Oh, thank you guys so much. Yeah, so who knows what year I started the 12 weeks of Halloween? Without looking, does anybody know? Yeah, you can go back and look on my blog, and you can go back and look on YouTube. But does anybody remember when? I do have the answer, so I'm just going to see if anybody knows it. Nope. Gail, that was a wrong guess, but thank you. I wish I started in 2008. I did start my blog in 2006. I started my YouTube channel in the end of 2008, December of 2000, I believe. Yeah. I've been around a long time. Let's see. I don't think anybody got it right yet. So far, no one. Y'all are all around it. You're very close. Nobody's guessed the right one yet. I don't think. Let's see. Nope. Nobody's guessed it. You're all around it, though. That's hilarious. I love it. Okay. Oh, Denise Kane, you got it. So in 2010, I started my very first 12 weeks of Halloween. And that year only, I sent it out to my newsletter subscribers. Hey, Sarah. So the only way you got 2010 is if you subscribed to my mailing list and you got one a week for 12 weeks. Well, I decided that that was not working for me because everybody that missed the first week, second week, third week, whatever, I was always sending links to the previous ones. So in 2010, so that's 15 years ago. Yeah, 15 years ago, I started my 12 weeks of Halloween, and that year was only, like I said, newsletter subscribers. So then the next year, 2011, I started doing them on YouTube. Yeah, so thank y'all for playing along. So now what I'm going to do, let's get this box made. I could talk to y'all all night long. We're going to remove these two blocks, okay? I'm going to call them corners. So you're going to cut up to that score line and then cut up to that score line. And you're going to do this on all four corners, okay? So this is trash. Technically, you can save this to cut out your spiders. Oh, Debbie says she said 2010 and she didn't look it up. You're good. It's a long time ago. Whew. Showing my age, right? Okay, so again, remove the corner. So while I'm doing this, I'll let you guys know. There is a starter kit special that starts tomorrow, and holy smokes, if you've been waiting for an opportunity to join for cheap, $35. Holy smokes. Yeah, I'd love to have you join my team. In fact, lots of my ladies are on here. There's Debbie, Stephanie, Margaret, Sarah. Who am I missing? I've tried to look up as much as I can. I got tons of my downline on here. And then next Monday, my downline, thanks to Kathy, we're having mystery stamping event on Zoom. Okay, so I've removed all four corners. And then now what I'm going to do, you see these two over here, we're going to cut up to the score line on both of these lines. And we're going to do that on both sides. Okay, same thing on this side. Okay, so now this one and this one, so those, don't touch them. These middle pieces, you're going to cut off half of it. And then you're going to angle cut it or trim the sides. And then do the same thing over here. So cut off half of it. And then angle cut. Okay? Now, it's done. See how quick and easy that was? Happy 15th Halloween anniversary, right? So now what we're going to do is round the corners of this box. You do not have to do this. I just think that it just adds something to it. So this up here, this down here, you're going to round the edges. I'll tell you how I know which one, because this is a three-way punch. I put some little dots on this side. This is the one that I use most often. There's two other sizes. This one's really big and this one's really little. So I use the medium one, and that's why I put the dots there, okay? We're done with that now. For our adhesive, let's see, where did I put my, this room, David came in here. Okay, so last night I heard a noise, and I have two cameras in here that's too much information. I have cameras in here. I don't know where my Stampin' Seal Plus is. Maybe it's in here. Here it is. We heard a noise. I heard a noise. And so I made David come down here with me because I'm like, oh, I'm not going down there by myself. We've all seen horror movies, right? Oh, goodness gracious. I forgot to plug in my phone. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Look away for a second. This is very important. Okay. Sorry. That was a terrible view of me. But I have discovered... Oh, y'all could see my jumpsuit. I have a new uniform now. If you know me very well, you'll know that I wear the same thing every day, but I have like 10 pair of the same pants and 20 of the same shirt, and I wear the same thing every single day. I've since found myself a nice little jumpsuit. I'm not saying it looks the best, but it's my new uniform. Okay, y'all are still there. Hopefully I didn't scare anybody off with the moving of the camera. It's important that I plug it in. I found that was my problem a few weeks ago when I lost the video from that. It was because my phone was not plugged in to the computer. Go figure. Okay, so this little thingy right here, this piece here, I am going... Erica says, me too, same pants. Yeah, I'm sure if the neighbors ever see me, they probably think that lady never changes her clothes. Well, let me tell you, I take a bath every single night. So, I am clean. And my clothes are clean. I just have a bunch of them. So now I just ordered... I just ordered 3 more of this jumpsuit because it's so comfortable. It's not like I see anybody in the house except for David, and he loves me no matter what I have on. So, okay, adhesive on these 2 thingies, also tabs. This box is really super simple. If I wasn't talking a bunch in this, we literally could make it in like a couple minutes. So here's our box. Now, in the old days, long time ago, I've made this in all different shapes and sizes. I used to put a hole right here, or I have, not used to. Sometimes I will put a hole here with a punch and then tie the ribbon through it. Well, we don't have punches anymore. So I'm using these little mini binder clips. And you can get... I put a link to them on Amazon if you want to buy them in bulk. But if you only want to buy a few, then you can go to Staples or Office Max or Office Depot, right? Okay, so the next step is let's add the Designer Series paper. So this is 3 1/4 by 1 1/2, and that's going to go there. I'm going to use my liquid glue. What was the noise? Oh, that's right. I didn't tell y'all. We never could find it. We have no clue. So the paper that I'm using today is actually not the Halloween paper. What I decided to do today was show you product that I haven't shown you. Like I've been using the same stamp sets, the same paper. But what if you didn't get the paper? What if you don't want to buy the paper? So this paper is in our Brights collection, and it's 6 by 6 paper. This is the pumpkin pie color. And you can get 2 of these boxes out of 1 sheet if you cut it properly or correctly, right? Yeah. If you mess up, no, that won't. Yeah, you'll be out of luck. Okay, so I talked about the jumpsuit, not that I wanted to. Talked about the 12 weeks of Halloween. Yep, 15 years ago. That's amazing. So a lot of people, like people in the regular world, you know, they'll be like, holy cow, how did you get so many YouTube subscribers? It's like pulling teeth to get a YouTube subscriber nowadays, right? And I'm like, well, it's because I really started like literally right after they begun, right? Yeah. I got very lucky. Now everybody does it. I don't even like, well, I'm not going to say it. There's a lot of crazy videos out there. I mean, crazy. Okay. That's done. I think what I'm going to do now is the ribbon. I think you guys need to see the ribbon, what I did. So I was looking at our ribbon. Let's see, somebody asked a question. Are the tutorials available on your blog? Kendra, which tutorials? Are you talking about my 12 weeks of Halloween? If you are, yeah, they're all, I've never deleted a single tutorial. So all my tutorials are on YouTube. Put a link to my jumpsuit. What punch did you use? So the punch, I'll give you that link real quick. So three-way punch. Let me get this. Command C. Okay, so here's the, we don't know what the noise was. That's the thing about here is that there is a lot of noises. So like today, the squirrel jumped on the deck and really frightened me. I mean, like, it was a loud thump. Yeah, go figure. A squirrel. He was jumping. And I don't even know why he's jumping on our deck because I don't even have any bird food in my feeders anymore because he and the raccoon have destroyed everything. Maybe it was a raccoon or a possum. I don't know. The jumpsuit is super affordable. I got multiples in black and I got one in gray. Sorry. If I could find y'all again. Where are you? Here you go. Here's the jumpsuit. Yeah, it had to be a random animal. Hey, Becky, how are you doing, honey? Oh, Becky says give me a thumbs up. Yeah, pretty pleased with sugar on top, right? Okay, back to the box. So I'm going to show you how I did the ribbon. So I wanted, since I've got a bunch of spiders on here, which by the way, I hate spiders. And I know I'm not supposed to use the word hate, but I'm so terrified of them. But I felt like I needed like scrappy, not so perfect ribbon, right? I needed it to be like spider webbish. So what I did was I took 11 inches of white ribbon, and it doesn't have to be this white ribbon. It can be any white ribbon that you have. Clearly, I don't even know the name of this because it don't have a name on it. Just use any white ribbon. And then the Timid, is this Timid Tiger? Yes, Timid Tiger, 11 inches also. And, you know, this ribbon is, it's nice ribbon, but it's really thick. And it's, I like thinner ribbon. I think this might be ½ inch. Is it ½ inch? I don't know. Anyway, so what I decided to do was take our fancy tool that we have. And I don't know if you guys have this. So our take your pick tool, you know, one end is the pokey tool. That's what a lot of people call it. I just call it a piercer, a paper piercer. So that's the paper piercer part. But then we also have the little spatula end. We also have an X-Acto knife. So I'm going to move all this stuff out of the way. And I'm going to show you what I did. Now you can use your scissors. But let me tell you, using your scissors, you kind of get off track a little bit. Ask me how I know. I tried first with my scissors and it don't work. So I just lined up, row. Goodness gracious. I knew something like that was going to happen on my live video. Grr. Okay. Y'all will just say a little prayer real quick that I don't actually cut myself during this live video because that would be disastrous. Okay, how do I tighten this rascal? There we go. Okay, make sure it's tight. Okay, y'all still there, right? I got you. You understand? Okay, I can't see y'all's comments. There we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do, take that blade. Any X-Acto knife will work, but, you know, this is Stampin' Up Product. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Okay. So I'm just going to slice all the way down. And look, I'm still a little bit crooked, right? But That's the beauty of this, though, is that it makes it, Halloween stuff does not have to be perfect. I think that's one of the reasons why I love Halloween projects so much, is because you can really be messy and it doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, somebody said I appear to be feeling better. Yeah, 3 days on the recliner. Absolutely. I didn't do dishes or nothing. The only thing I did was play Hello Kitty in the recliner. Like I said, David got me a new recliner. Well, he got me a recliner. I never had one before. I've just always sat in his. And we kind of sort of fight over it, right? But not anymore. Anyway, I did nothing. I didn't even do dishes. Yeah, I didn't even do dishes. That's too much information, right? You don't want to know that I had dirty dishes in the sink. I rinsed them, so it's not like they weren't filthy. You're like, oh Lord, she's rattling. You can tell that David was gone this weekend, right? I didn't have anybody to talk to. Well, Brooke and I talked. Let me take that back. Man, Big Brother ended. And if anybody hasn't watched it, I mean, surely by now you've watched it, right? I know a few of y'all have emailed me about who didn't win. I was sad too. Okay, so there is our ribbon. Now, when you cut it, it just naturally starts to fray when you start to tie it. So Dolores says that I'm blurry, that my video is blurry. Is it blurry to anybody else? When I look at it, it's not blurry at all. Yeah. Linda asked about my surgery. I meet with the surgeon on October 8th. Yeah. In fact, I made David put it on his calendar yesterday. I'm like, dude, I am not going to a neurosurgeon by myself. I need my husband. Okay. So I don't actually want 4 pieces. I just want 3. So I'm taking 1 of the Timid Tiger and 2 of the white, and then I'm going to tie a bow. And then as I'm tying the bow, it will a little bit start to fray, get a little messy. And hopefully I can get it on this first go around. Because it kind of sort of starts to not cooperate, you know what I mean? Okay, I got all 3 pieces. While I'm tying this, I'll say I signed up for a quilting retreat for I didn't get it. Let's try again. I've never been to a quilting retreat ever. Never, ever, ever. I've always wanted to go on a quilting retreat. I signed up for a quilting retreat. And of course now, I got spine issues. So I am going to go. I'm going to go. I don't know if I'm going to get to stay very long. And I don't know if I'm going to get to make anything. But I'm going to go. It's only an hour and a half away. So I can drive home if I get too bad. I can also have Dave come get me also if things go south. Okay, I got to stop talking because I can't tie ribbon when I'm talking. So let me do this one more time. 3rd time's a charm. I'm going to shut my pie hole now. Okay. Okay, I got it, I think. It's going to be messy, but that's the whole purpose of it, right? So maybe because of the messiness, maybe you might want to start with 12 inches just because I think that's part of my issue is that it's a little short. Yeah. Do 12 inches. Don't do 11 because 11 makes it really difficult to get it. It looks pretty good though, right? I mean, it doesn't look as good as this one. So probably 11 inches was wrong. I'm going to call it done. Yeah, so Cliffy, thank you so much. You don't have to do that, honey. But thank you. I appreciate it. And I wanted to say thank you to everyone that placed an order with me during that special. I appreciate it so much. I know I'm not feeding y'all a lot of ideas. Hopefully y'all are checking out some of my past videos and getting inspired by them. Yeah, what I'm averaging just one a week. And yeah, I appreciate y'all so much. Okay, I could fiddle with ribbon forever. I'm going to call it done. And now we're going to finish this. So I've got the textured, what's this called? Textured notes dies. Yeah, textured notes dies. I hope I don't have to wait very long either. To be honest, I don't think I'm going to based on my MRI, but you never know. Maybe he'll say, let's try something else. I don't know. My other doctor says I have to have surgery. And yeah, he's tried everything to help me. So, okay. So I cut out a black and a pumpkin boo because I like that shadow effect. You know what I mean? So I'm going to show you something that I actually learned from my downline Marissa. I saw this on one of her videos. So the beauty of not being able to do anything is that you can actually set on your can and watch other people's videos. So I watched Marissa do this and I was like, oh, that's such a brilliant idea. I love it. So I've already given you guys the link to this, but it's I use this. I make scrambled eggs every day, and I use a silicone pastry brush to brush on olive oil in the bottom of my skillet, and so that's what this is. Except I gave it a haircut. I trimmed off most of it, so it's just very, very, very small. So what I'm going to do is take my liquid glue and just smear it on here, which that's what I normally do, right? And then now what I'm going to do is, this is the one that's going to be on the bottom. So I'm just going to take my pastry brush and I'm just going to tap, 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 just like that, okay? And then kind of slide this over and then place this on top. I can't remember if that's how Marissa did it, but that's how I'm doing it. Tap, 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 right? So I did the same thing on the spiders. I don't know if you can tell, there's multiple layers of spiders. And so what I did was, instead of doing black on this, I did white. So the boo has the black and the spiders have the white. And I'm just, again, just placing this right on top, just letting a little bit of the other one show behind it, like a shadow, right? And then we have one more. So tap, 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 tap. Come back here. Now I bought pink. I did give you the link to them. There are a whole bunch of other colors. I got pink because I love pink. There's that. And then now we're going to do the same thing with this. So we're going to just do the tap, tap, tap. Like a paintbrush, right? And I have used a paintbrush before in the past, but then I didn't clean it fast enough. And let me tell you, that was not going to be able to use that again afterwards. You guys, some of you probably remember when I used, my jumpsuit is pretty loose, Lynn. In fact, my brother-in-law said that Kim looked like a Teletubby in hers. Listen, I'm not offended by that. In fact, I think it's hilarious. It's very loose and very comfortable. I'm not going to a beauty contest and I'm not seeing anybody else, right? So, like I said, my husband loves me. Now, I did wear it out the other day. I had to go to Ulta to pick up some makeup. And I did wear it. But, you know, it was like all I was doing was going to Ulta. Okay, so I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's see, where's my one that has some in it? Here it is. So I call this my Stampin' Dimensional booklet. Because I'm so happy that people actually ask me, how did I make it? I do have a video on my YouTube channel, so I call it my Stampin' Dimensional booklet. Okay, we're going to slide this up for a minute, and then we're going to add this here. Debbie says she looks like a Teletubby and everything. Well, you know, I sometimes refer to myself as like either the Oompa Loompas or the Pillsbury Doughboy because I'm only 5'3". Well, I'm 5'3.5". Let me have that half inch. I like the Teletubby. Okay, I'm going to take this dimensional and I'm actually going to cut it. It's a mini dimensional, but I'm going to cut it in half. And so I'm going to use one on one spider, one half of it, and then I'm going to use the other half. Wait, that's the wrong one. I feel like I'm doing surgery. Well, yeah, the backing's off. So spider number one, and then now the other. I was going to use candy corn. I'll show you. Here they are. I even had dimensionals already on them. But I liked the spiders better. I don't know. It's probably because I'm in a monochromatic mood. Now the other two spiders that's up here by the ribbon, I just put them on with liquid glue. So I got some leftover glue here. And they're kind of hidden. We're going to say they're kind of hidden with like the spider webby ribbon, right? Okay. So how do I have glue on something? You could also decorate the back, you know. A couple other options is, so along with the candy corn, where did that other one go? Oh, there it is. So I also had Too Cute to Spook. And then I also had Boo along with this dude. I think that's it. That's all my attempts. Yeah. So I could have used this Too Cute to Spook. Yeah. So if you have this stamp set, it's one of the online exclusives. It's called Sweet Halloween. It's, I think, more for like scrapbooking, right? Yeah. So that's where the candy corn and the raven, I think that's a raven or a crow, and then the Too Cute to Spook. But I didn't use any of those because I decided to go with this. But again, if you guys showed up late, I'll show you what fits in here. So all of these that I have back here, they'll all fit in here. So here's a, okay, so because the way this box closes, so they'll fit in there perfectly like that. And then you can also add some candy. Some of them are bigger than others. So yeah, some of them are bigger than the other ones. But they're a nice option other than candy, right? Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna announce the Chick Candy winner from last week, and then we're gonna do the live prizes, and then I'm gonna show you. I can't talk. So the starter kit special starts tomorrow, October 1st through the 31st. You can join for $35 and get $125 worth of product. That is normally $99. Or you can join for the regular $99 and get $189 worth of product. Fabulous deal. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. Here's my QR code. You can see more information with that QR code, and you can also sign up with that QR code. So there's that information. That starts tomorrow, October 1st, 2025. Our winner for last week's Chick Candy, you get to choose one or A or B. So last week, you had the choice of the pink ghost bag, or you had the Taylor Swift friendship bracelet bag, and then the cardstock and the embellishment. So our winner was Tracy. Tracy, I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name, so I won't. But anyway, I do need to hear from you. I do need your address. Here's the link. Here's the QR code, and you get to choose A or B. Okay, whichever one she doesn't choose, I'll probably offer that next week. Okay, we're going to give her a few days to claim that. Now this week, I got to find y'all's comments again. It keeps going away. What is the size of the box? This one measures 3.5 by 3.25 by 1 3/4. The link to what's put inside. So the wind-up toy. Wait, did I mess that up? Let me know if this doesn't work, okay? It will be in the description of the video when it ends. So this week's Chick Candy, all you got to do to enter to win is leave a comment after this video is over, okay? Let's see, is this it? Yep, okay. So all you got to do is leave a comment on this video, and it is the gray granite cardstock, the Highland Heather cardstock, this fabric tray, and then Highland Heather Stampin' Blend markers. I will tell you, this is going to get shipped flat. You can already tell I already had it flat, and then I took it out. Put this on your ironing board like this and press it, okay? Press it on all 4 sides, and it'll get a little bit stronger. But I don't use there's a really stiff interfacing. I don't use that on my projects because it costs an arm and a leg, and I make a lot of these, right? So this is what I'm giving away. I'll announce the winner next Tuesday, so you have them from now until Monday evening to leave a comment. So Debbie says, does the new stuff come out tomorrow or next Tuesday? Let's see. I'm going to have to look in just a minute, Debbie. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay, so I've given you the winner, and I've posted last week's winner. So then now all we have left is the live prizes tonight. And I didn't even show y'all the live prizes. I'm so sorry. I normally do that in the very beginning. I knew that I was missing something, but I didn't know what I was missing. If you were on Facebook, you already saw them. Okay, so we're going to have 3 winners tonight, okay? The choices are someone will get to choose either one of these fabric items, whichever one they don't choose. The other 2 will go back in the pile to be given away next week or next or next. So option 1 is one of the drawstring bags. Option 2 is 2 packs of cardstock. So we've got Lost Lagoon, Pool Party, Pretty Peacock, Peach Pie, and Pumpkin Pie. Two packs. So you get to choose your 2 packs. They're not full packs. They're a sample pack. They've got 10 in there of each color. Or the dressy adhesive backed embellishments. So we got 3 winners. I'm going to go over to the form now, close it, and so Joan says that she loves the ghost bag that she won. Yay, I'm so happy that you love it. Okay, so you got 1 more minute to go enter to win. Actually, probably not even a minute because I'm going to, so we have 100 and, wait, how many entries do we have? We have 197 entries. So the form is officially, it's closed, okay, for the live prizes. And I got to download them. I forgot to bring my pillow tonight. Today is 9:30. And I'm almost done. And then I'll share my screen and we will start the drawing. Start thinking about which prize you want. I'm looking for my Post-it notes. I mean, I only have 5,000 packs of Post-it notes. Where did they all go? Okay. Where did they go? I downloaded, but where's the file? I got to download it again. Okay, there we go. So Melissa was our first name. So I'm going to copy. And here's a roll of names. And then I'm going to share my, let me close these ads. They're so annoying. I shouldn't complain though, it's free. So, whoops. Okay, y'all still there, right? I'm going to share my screen now. Is that it? Yep, okay. Let's turn the volume up so we can hear the spinner. And here we go, winner number 1. Carolyn Maley. Carolyn. Oh, my ink pen's starting to fail me. Okay, which item would you like? I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And so our first winner is Carolyn. Carolyn, I need to hear from you which item you want. And I'm going to turn the timer over. And you have 3 minutes to claim your gift. Oh, you've never heard of a boo box? This is a teeny tiny boo box because normally a boo box has like a lot of candy in it. Okay, so Carolyn Naley, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. You are our first winner, and I just need to know what you would like. The chat box does move a little bit slow. She wants the pink bag. So you want this bag, right? The pink bird bag? You got it. Okay. These will go in the pot for the next time. Okay, so now I'm going to share my screen again. Let me stop that timer. And we're going to draw the next winner. Oops, let's see. I got to go to that screen and then share my screen. Okay, there we go. Here we go again. Francis, how are you doing? Okay, so Francis Ramirez, you are our second winner. Which item would you like? Cardstock or embellishment? I think, let me go ahead and take this off here for a second. So Francis, I just need to know if you want the cardstock or if you want the embellishment. Once you let me know about the card, if you want the cardstock, you can then tell me what colors you want. Especially on the form, you can fill when you fill the form out to claim your prize. So the choices are pumpkin pie, peach pie, pretty peacock, pool party, or Lost Lagoon, or the dressy adhesive backed embellishments. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Okay, did we hear from Francis yet? I guess I forgot to reset my timer. Technically, what we could do is go ahead and draw the next winner and then just make sure that Francis gets the first choice. Yeah, so cardstock. Okay, so you can let me know which cardstock you want when you fill out that claim form. I'm going to go ahead and pop that claim form up in the corner real quick just for the people that have already won. So that's the link. You can use your, looks like there's something in the middle of that. You can either tell me on the chat box or you can email me the colors of your choice. And then now our final winner is going to win the embellishments. So I'm going to share my screen again. First I got to click over and then share. Okay, here we go. Patty Joe King, congrats. Okay, so Patty, we just need to know that you're here. Let us know in the comments, or in the chat box, in the chat box, that you're here. If not, we're going to draw another name, right? Okay, let me stop sharing my screen now. Yeah. So we're just going to wait to hear from Patty. Yes, congrats. So congrats to all of our winners. Just looking for Patty's comment. And then if there was any questions tonight that I missed, any comments or questions that I did not see, can you guys repost it now? Okay, so I'm going to put... I'm so glad you liked the project. Thank you. It's super simple. That seems to be my middle name right now. Super simple. When the video is over, all the links to everything that I talked about, the three-way punch, the wind-up toys, oh, I forgot to do the little Doomaflachi. Look, I forgot to do the embellishment. I colored it with my Stampin' Blend marker previously. I showed y'all how to do that last week, right? I can't believe I forgot that. The pink brush is also from Amazon, and that link is also in the description. I can give it to you again. Margaret wants to know, when did I start adding Frankie to my 12 weeks of Halloween? I think I started it pretty quickly because I was making little Frankie candy bars, little Kit Kat candy bars. Does anybody remember that? The little Frankie Kit Kat bars? I sold them at a craft sale. Of course, they sold out like crazy. So this is what's in the box. You can put candy or you can put the little wind-up toys. You got to put the wind-up toy in there first and then the candy. But yeah, that's what's in there. Will a fat quarter fit in each box? It will not, but let me tell you, Tina, what you can do is you can make this bigger. So I've made this box in a much bigger size, like this long. yeah, so this is 3.5, and I think I've made it 5 inches. So all you got to do is extend the length. So this was, ruh-roh, one of my embellishments went flying. So this is 9.25 by 7. Well, I'm a visual person. I can't honestly tell you how to make it bigger with just looking at this. I have to actually cut paper to figure it out. Yeah, I'm not one of those people that can just look at it. I figure things out by cutting it up, and yeah. Oh, so Jan says that she did my punch art kitty yesterday. That was so long ago, wasn't it? Oh my gosh. I think that was like 2009 also, or 2010. Yeah, I mean, that was a long time ago. Did we hear from Patty Joe? Do y'all know? Did we hear from her? I don't see it. Well, here's the form. If I don't hear from you, I'll regift it next week, right? Yeah. I'll put this on here. I always say you got to be present to win. Yeah. Why not, right? Any last minute questions before I sign off? I will be here. It looks like the comments have just kind of really slowed down, but maybe that's because the project's done. I'll be here next Tuesday, same time, same place. Looks like I'm going to get to finish the 12 weeks of Halloween, right? I got 3 more to go. Cindy says, what is the file folder that holds my dimensionals? This is what I'm calling my Stampin' Dimensional booklet. And there is a video on my YouTube channel that shows you exactly how to make it. So I use removable adhesive to put these in here so that I can just replace it when I'm done. So you can see the removable adhesive dots right here. And so when I run out, I just replace it and use it again. And this is retired paper. I should probably just make a new one. But I also have this label on my blog also. So if you go to my blog post that has this on there, you can print the inspiration sheet that has all the measurements, and you can print these labels and print them off on your printer and then cut them out with a punch. Hey, Tracy, I see your name. So you won that chick candy from last week. You got to email me and let me know which one you want, A or B, the Ghost or the Taylor Swift bag, plus all the card stuff. Okay, yeah, and I can get you the link. If you can't find the video or the blog post, let me know and I'll get that for you. Any other last minute questions? Yes, thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, and say a prayer, I do okay, at the retreat. I'm just going to be happy if I can just go for a couple days. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to stay the whole time. I don't know. I shouldn't speak that out. I'm going to say I'll be fine. Well, I'll be fine talking, right? My mouth don't hurt. Let's see. Post the links on Facebook. Yeah, I'm confused by that question. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. You guys have a great evening. I will do the blog post tomorrow with all the measurements. I have a doctor's appointment in the morning. I'm hoping I get it done by tomorrow afternoon. If not, it will definitely be on Thursday. Sorry, I really need to get the blog post done because the joining special starts tomorrow. So yeah, I need to remind y'all real quick about the starter kit special, because that is an awesome deal. Yeah, amazing deal, right? Okay, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next week. Bye now.